Northeast Florida. It is a member of the Motion Picture Association in the United States. She's worked on a number of film and commercial projects, and you can even fly her famous aircraft on Microsoft Flight Simulator. And Chris goes by, you can wave that if you can't hear us, but he's got that T-33 sitting there taxiing down the runway. And Patty Wagstaff takes her airplane into the vertical. The airflow slows, and there's nothing over the control surface. She's turned her Extra300 into a helicopter takedown through a whole trail of smoke, about 6 plane lengths before her wind stalls, and she's diving once again at the ground. Patty's airplane is a German-built, hand-built Extra300S, and it is state-of-the-art. It has many high-contact composite materials with a roll rate of over 400 degrees per second, and is certified all-minus 10 Gs. That is the pull of gravity, and at 10 Gs, a petite Patty Wagstaff weighs over half a ton. It is powered by an AEIO 580 Thunderbolt Lycoming engine. It is a super powerful and smooth-running engine that drives a German custom-built MT propeller, and she'd like to thank her sponsor and my neighbor, Kathy and Aero, watching here today. As Patty continues to ring out this extra, she's going into upside down. Any ladies in the audience that think men sport may be in airplanes should take a note right now, because this lady is absolutely unbelievable with the performance that she gets out of the aircraft. Patty communicates with our air boss from Sarasota Avionics, and she lands on Goodyear tires, and the engine is spark to light by those Champion spark plugs and Concord batteries. Here comes Patty right down on the deck. Tucking the wings at every 90 degrees of rotation. A lot harder to do with the extra in the air than it is on Microsoft Flight Simulator. As Patty takes the airplane into the vertical, 2 snap rolls on the upline, continues with tremendous vertical penetration for that 540 cubic inch engine, and back down through a trail of smoke with the hammerhead turn. As Patty pulls up from Gopher steering altitude, it takes the airplane through a slow roll back across the Aerobatic airspace. Once again, over on the right-hand end zone, she continues to go all the way up to over 6,000 feet before she pulls it back over on the 45 down line, and here she comes. This airplane is going to be screaming. Once again, look at that roll rate. This lady has to keep track of what's going on as she takes the airplane and tumbles it end over end. Patty, the blue side is up, the green side is down, and she brings it right back to Air Show Center. Patty wears a national parachute that provides her with the best safety equipment in the aviation. It makes possible to pump all that wonderful smoke during her operation, and CJ manufactures and overhauls electric boost pumps for every certified general aviation aircraft. She also wears the Bose, a noise attenuating headset. She'd like to thank Lord Engine Mounts for keeping that engine attached to her aircraft, and of course Oregon Aero, who makes her ride with the most comfortable pilot comfort accessories. Executing that inverted ribbon cut, where she flies less than 10 feet off the runway, and she went by and cut that ribbon. Okay, just understand from our air boss that the ribbon is different times. And the ribbon's back up, so we're going to be sitting there right now. In the next couple of minutes, we're going to be watching her as she sets up for her ribbon cut. Patty was born in the United States, but she grew up in and around airplanes. She moved to Japan when she was only 9 years old, with her father was to a captain for Japan Airlines. And their earliest memories, remember her sitting at the At 10 years old, her father let her take the controls of a DC-6, and her lifelong love affair with aviation began. From Japan, her travels took her across Southeast Asia, to Europe and to Australia, where she lived and traveled up the west coast of Australia in a small boat. In 1979, she moved to Alaska, a small town in the southwest part of the state known as Chile Bay Native Association, and her job involved traveling to remote native villages in the region that were only accessible by air. Patty's first experience with bush flying was not a very positive one on his first flight, so Patty decided to here she goes for that ribbon, right dead through it! Woo! Blew that ribbon to smithereens out there. All right. Patty decided to learn to fly so she could hire herself, and she hired her friend and her husband Bob Wagstaff to travel with his Cessna 185 with float plane. She earned her commercial and instrument ratings, her seaplane rating, commercial helicopter rating, and certified and qualified in many airplanes, including World War II fighters and jets. Patty's sister Tony is a pilot and captain for Continental Airlines. Though she'd never seen aerobatic flight, a lifelong curiosity led her to attend her first air show in British Columbia in 1983, where she saw aerobatic performance and promised herself, I can do that. By 1985, 5 years after gaining her pilot's license, she earned a spot on the U.S. Screen Actors Guild, the Motion Pictures Association, and, believe it or not, the United Stunt Women's Association. Patty's other accomplishments was the demo pilot for Raytheon's now Hawker military trainer, the T-6AB Texan II, at international air shows such as Paris, Singapore, and Farmington, and continues to coach the T-6 demonstration team. For the past 10 years, Patty has traveled to East Africa to give bush and recurrency and aerobatic training to pilots to protect Kenya's elephants, rhinos, and other natural resources from poachers. She continues to wow us even though she has a full-time job fighting wildfires in California. Oh, I tell you what, that's absolutely unbelievable. If you have the opportunity to meet Patty today, her airplane will be back in the hangar, and then she'll probably come on out there to the crowd. We got a young lady in the audience that wonders where the path to success for a woman in aviation leads. All she has to do is meet Patty Wagstaff, the lady that's done it all. All right, Patty's been cleared to land. Here she comes. No flaps on the Extra. She's going to fly the airplane sideways, as you saw, slipping it, slowing it down. And here she comes right down on the deck. Time to kick the rudder, bring the airplane straight, and set it down as only Patty Wagstaff can do it.